I finally found the church where the last Churchgrim was ever buried here in Sweden. They laid down the foundation for this church at the year 1856, and it was ready 1857. So somewhere here in this building, there's lying one animal buried alive during this ritual for the Churchgrim, according to the notes of Georg Kalin, who is the founder of the cultural center in Lund. Somewhere here. Let's go and see where it is. I have had nightmares after all this information about this little animal entity called Churchgrim, Churchgrim. I had nightmares about small dogs being buried alive in the walls. I felt the suffering and the pain, the agony and the fear. And exactly when I started to detach from the story and start to go back to the normal me, I was out looking at some old protocols for elves, and there it came again. It hunted me down. One more story about a little animal, this time a rooster, who got buried alive. And this is the last time this happened ever in Sweden. It was in the year 1856, exactly on this place. So something in me has been taking me here again, and I have to say to the whole world this story. Maybe it's for the peace of all these animals who are crying in the walls of pain and suffering and fear. So come with me and let's go together back in time and see what happened at this place. So this is exactly where they were laying down the foundation in the year 1856, when they started to build this church, and they had the ritual. They took this rooster who was alive and they put him in here to become a Churchgrim, an animal ghost to protect this church and the people who were buried in the graveyard. So this is how thick this wall is. You see that? The wall is much thicker and it's going up here the whole way, and it's the same on the other side. And so it's both four outside sides of the church. And it's a typical way of building in the old days, so they could have the space to put in an animal here. So it was, like I said before, a cat, a dog, an ox, or a rooster, and this time it's unfortunately a poor little rooster in here. A rooster was believed to be the biggest enemy of the dark forces. When you heard a rooster crowd early in the morning, this crowd was able to dispel all evil. You can still see in houses and buildings, not only in Sweden, all over the world, where they have a symbol of a rooster on the roofs, on the top of the churches or high buildings. And you can still see in text, even in the Bible, about Petrus when he denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed early in the morning. According to local saying, there was a huge problem in this whole area of Hörrörd with trolls. These trolls was pure evil. They were harassing the people who were living in this area. Children was disappearing. Women were disappearing because they were stealing the women to get married with them. They were so evil, but there was a solution. Exactly, you guessed right. So they buried alive the rooster and created a Churchgrim of him. All the trolls in this area disappeared, and the people who lived here in Hörrörd could finally enjoy their lives. The children could go out and play, and the women can be outside without being afraid to get stealed and married with the evil troll. And the village found its peace again. So actually, these rituals were very good, according to local says from that time.